Hello and welcome back. I am Lord Sir Dukeman, and this is Farming Simulator 2019. Now, when we left off, we had just finished harvesting this field, which left us with a bunch of straw that I would love to pick up. But before we pick that up, I want to make sure we have enough money to buy everything else. So let's head over into the shop menu, and let's buy our cultivator. We're going to be getting this cultivator PI Lizard brand 4100. It has seen better days. It looks like it's got concrete wheels with a metal strip around the edge. It's definitely been left out in the elements for a while, but it's only $4,100. Has working width of 2.5 meters, which I believe is the same as our harvester. So it will take quite a few passes, but it'll get the job done and it doesn't break the bank. So let's go ahead and buy that. Now we'll need to also buy a seeder. We definitely cannot afford any of the base game ones. This one, which is also 3 meters, bit older, but it's $10,000. This one's only a 2-meter working width, but it's a little newer, cleaner, nicer. It's just going to take a long time to plant our field. Since it's less than $3,000, I think this is what we're going to go for. Save some money, and we might be able to pick up that straw. So we'll go ahead and buy that. And you can't plant anything without a little bit of seed. So we're just going to go ahead and get a seed bag, because we don't need a pallet of seed yet. A seed bag will be plenty. 1,000 units of seed, and it's only $900. So we'll go ahead and buy that as well. I can't remember. Do we own the pallet forks? We don't own the pallet forks for our front loader. So we are going to have to also buy the pallet fork for $800. We'll keep it black, save some money, buy that. And we're already down to 4,632. I believe we're definitely going to have to cut down a tree or two. We need to buy crop protection, which will, in this case, be the form of this Lizard Sleeza 1000. It only has 1,000-liter capacity, and it's already too much. So we are definitely going to have to cut down a tree or two, because it's not worth planting if we can't weed and fertilize. So let's cut down this tree right here. Right, this is on my property. Yeah, we're not going to have that issue again. Cut it down this way so we have a nice little working area. Ooh. Hit the shed a little bit there. Doesn't seem to have done any damage. Let's take all these limbs off. And we'll jump over into time-lapse mode as I load this into our little trailer here. And we are back. We got the entire tree into this trailer. It was definitely a smaller tree. I don't know how sturdy this is going to be going down the road, but we'll make it. I feel like we gotta make it. If you noticed, I picked up the last few logs in my hand. They were light enough that I could do that. Light enough, but still pretty heavy. Just going pretty slow over these bumps so I don't jostle the logs too much. And we've made it to the sawmill. We had a slight mishap. That log did end up rolling off on a turn, and just picked it up, put it in the back of my truck, and now we're going to see how much an entire tree is worth. The grand total is 2,500 basically. That's not bad. That definitely gives us enough to buy the sprayer, but that does not give us enough to buy the stuff that goes in the sprayer. The stuff that goes in the sprayer, herbicide and fertilizer, how much do those cost? That's an extra $3,200 and $2,400. That's an extra $5,500 basically. Oh boy, we are going to have to cut down more trees. So I believe this episode is going to be mostly cutting down trees. I hope you're in for some forestry today. This is a nice time to start clearing the area for our second field, because I believe there are a couple trees in the way there, and we can cut all those down, load them up, and bring them on down. Now, ain't that a beautiful stack? Of course, a little bit of glitchiness as they just a little hover, but that tree was a lot heavier than the last tree. This thing struggled a little bit, as I'm sure you saw. Got a little cut off in here, which I can for some reason lift this cut off. I'm like, okay, I don't have the super strength on. I used the super strength once on, I think, the first one, as I had it basically loaded and it like kept glitching out. So I thought that was okay use. So we're going to drive over to the sawmill again and sell these. I don't think we're going to have any problem with these sliding around in the trailer. Yeah, even I took that a little fast and they just bumped around and went right back to where they were. So let's see how much money we get for these. Well, we finally made it. After a number of stops to move them around, I just threw them in the back of my truck and ratcheted them down. Yeah, I need a trailer with ratchet straps. That was annoying to say the least. But we should get decent money for these. So let's climb on up here. Ugh. I'm gonna say $3,000. $3,000 and $26. That's a nice payday. Let's sell the rest of that tree, and then I think that will be enough money. This is the last tree I'm cutting down for a while. I need a break after all of that. This was annoying. There's a little bit left, but I am able to lift it, so I'm going to cut it into small chunks and put it in the back of the truck. It's not going to give us much, but just to sell the rest of it. Just to prove, I have super strength turned off, and I can lift this whole thing. But I'm going to cut it into short sections so that it can fit. Yeah, so I can move it, but I can't really move fast with it. Okay, so I'm going to put these in the bed of my truck. So let's... How much wood is this? It's going to be a few little trips. Short little time lapse. Or, never mind, as the rest of the tree just disappeared after that cut. And we'll toss that in there. And we'll ratchet those down. So this should be enough that we can buy our sprayer. We won't be able to buy the lime spreader just yet, but I feel like that's okay. As long as we can spray, fertilize, and weed, and then we should have enough to rent the forage wagon. It's only $500 to rent it for a day, and I don't think it should take more than a day to get all of it picked up. To be fair, I also don't know where we sell all of the straw, so that might put a dampener on our plans if it's a long drive to sell all the straw. We'll have to check that out. But first, let's sell all this wood. That's right, I've practiced backing up a little bit. Much cleaner. And give me $1,000. That's all I'm asking for is $1,000. Hey, I got a little bit more than $1,000. That's great. Since we sold that wood, let's check the map. That's where the barn is. That's a long drive. Will it be worth it to sell our straw bin? I think it will be. It'll be time consuming, but I still think it'll be worth it. I wonder if I can unload the forage wagon with the truck. So I could pick everything up with the tractor, and then I can sell it all with the truck. So I can just attach my truck to it and sell it that way. That way the trips won't take as long. Man, I hope there's enough straw there to at least cover the rent. It's only $500 rent. Yeah. No, we're going to take a risk, and we're going to do it. And if we are a little short on cash, I believe there are contracts. Yeah, so there are transport contracts on this map. So, and we bought the pallet fork. We have we can move probably 3 pallets at a time. If we need to do that for some money, we can also do that. But for now, let's return everything. And the forage wagon we are going to be getting, or loading wagon, I should say, not forage wagon, loading wagon, is the PK 1.6. Holds 15,000 liters units or whatever. This is probably going to be the first one we buy, as it's only 8,500, but we can't buy it yet. We can only rent it. But this is an interesting design compared to all the other ones I've seen. I like it. Brings all the straw up and throws it into the back. Now, it does say it requires 50 horsepower. Our tractor's not quite there, but I think we can scrape by. It'll just be a little slow. And if it can't, then I think we'll do one of the transport missions and upgrade our tractor's engine. So let's lease that, $433. Turn off our truck, head over to our tractor, and go pick up the loading wagon. And we'll be able to see everything else we bought. And for now, let's leave the log fork over here. I know we have like the bag of seed over at the shop, but we're not moving everything quite yet. So we'll leave that there for now. That is not a permanent solution. I don't like leaving my stuff out for the rain. Driving into this town is such a beautiful sight. I love this small little forest town. It's beautiful, to say the least. And then halfway over here, I was like, why did I bring the tractor if I'm not using the machine? I could have just picked up with the truck. Because I know I can at least transport it with the truck. Not sure if I can unload it with the truck yet, but I know I can transport it with the truck. So I drove the slow vehicle for no reason, really. We're basically here now, so it doesn't matter. It's been a little while since we've been here. Can I? Thank you. For a split second there, I'm like, are you closed? Can I not get my stuff? Oh, look at our beautiful equipment. Our cultivator, which has definitely seen better days. This cedar is taller than I was expecting, but it is beautiful. Our bag of seed, our pallet fork, and this behemoth. I'm starting to wonder if this tractor will be able to handle it or not. It'll be interesting. We can tow it. Can we get up to full speed while towing it? I think we'll be able to, but let's make sure we close the gate. And head back on down to our farm. This hill will be the death of this tractor. And we've finally made it to our field. Now, to see if this little thing can run it. Oh boy. I am not moving. Let's get some speed and then turn it on. And then lower it. 3 miles an hour. That is a lot of dust this kicks up. But we're doing it slowly. Oh man, I'm starting to wish I'd upgraded my engine while I was at the shop. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to do this field if my working speed is 2 miles an hour. Neat little animation though for picking all the straw up. Oh, it spins in there. That's interesting. So is the mounds that kill my engine? No, just that. Oh, yeah, there we go. I am actually stuck now. You can do it. Very slowly, you can do it. I may have made a mistake, guys. So yeah, I think I'm going to fill this up, go sell the first load, see how much we get, and then potentially upgrade my tractor's engine. If not enough to upgrade my tractor's engine, or it doesn't seem worth it, then I think I'll just return this early and cut this as a loss. Because this working speed is abysmal. So yeah, watch me do a super slow time lapse till this is full. Well, we filled it up. It only took about 15 minutes of going around at 1 mile an hour. Took about 25%, 25 to 30% of our field to fill it up. I looked at the prices while I was doing it, and for straw, $54, we should get about just over $800 for this, which will cover the rental, but is not nearly enough to justify buying the upgrade for our tractor. So I think the plan is bring the truck to sell what we have and return it. We'll come back to straw collection once we have a slightly more powerful tractor, because that was a little unfortunate. Let's just make sure real quick before... Wow, that was very unaligned. Before we drive all the way over there, that I can unload. Yes, I can unload it with the truck. So let's drive over to the barn and sell our straw. Now, I believe the barn is right over here. Not been, but it looks like it is on the map. It's up there. I missed my exit. There is a dirt road over here. Can I take this dirt road? Or is it not really a dirt road? It's a dirt road. This truck can handle it, even towing all this straw. Get to explore parts of the map that we've not seen before. This is a lot of trees. If I had some proper forestry equipment, this would be the land to buy. But I don't. I have a cheap log fork and a small tractor, which are not made for lifting up trees. So let's turn out here. Now we can make it to the barn. Let's see how close my calculations were at getting $800. If we get even less than $800, I'm going to be so sad. If we get less than $800, I'm planting a crop without straw. Now where is the sell point? It looks like it's around back. It's not giving me the sell. If I do Control I, don't have access to this land. Can I not sell my straw here? This is the barn. Is this the sell point? So this is the sell point for bales. That's the sell point for loose. I hope that's the case. There we go. Oh my goodness. Come on. I want to see it. That's really interesting. Oh wow, that was a lot more than I thought we would be getting. 1,300. Okay. The price of straw go up? No? Right, that is straw. That's hay. And that's grass. I guess I don't know how to calculate. I'm starting to think it might be worth it to upgrade my tractor's engine then. Then I gotta drive my tractor all the way back over here. I think it's gonna be worth it. And we finally make it back to the shop in this tractor. I wonder if getting a bigger engine will increase the speed. I doubt it. I bet the speed will stay the same. We'll just get slightly more horsepower. So I believe it's over here that we can upgrade it, turn it off. Yeah, workshop. Okay. Customize. So we have 38 horsepower. We can go up to 45 for 1,300. Or we could go up to 49 for 2,300. Let's go up to 49. That's a lot of money. An extra 2,300. Customize. Okay. Get rid of that. Yeah, so 16 is still our limit. Seems to take off a little faster now. I believe fuel is around back here. So I could also use some refueling. Yeah. How do I refuel? Yeah, just R. Okay. So top me off. $19. Wow, that's not bad. $20 in fuel. I thought it was going to be more like 40, at least. So now let's drive this thing all the way back. Actually, you know what? Since I'm here, I'm going to haul the cultivator. Bring at least something back. The wheels spinning while they're up is hilarious. But I'll see you back at the farm and hopefully harvesting with a little bit more speed. Let's see how much this new horsepower helps us with this hill. Because it's already a big difference. Keeping 16. Oh, down to 15, 14. But hey, you know what? That's better than barely making it up the hill. We stayed in the double digits the entire time. That's fantastic. Let's see what this bad boy can do. A solid 6 miles an hour. That's a big difference. We'll get this field done in no time. And this will be our last trip of selling straw. I figured it wasn't going to be worth it to bring this all the way back for those last few passes. Probably get us at most 25%, and that would get us what, $300? I think we can pass up on 300 bucks to save us some time. So we're gonna bring this over here and sell it. Should bring us to what, 12,500-ish. I love how this forge loader opens up. And I'm starting to get the hang of these prices that we're getting. So now we'll return this to the shop, and we'll bring something else back to the farm. And do I return this at the same place where I customize stuff? I think I do. Can I make this? Not quite. Let's back up. There we go. And yep, return. It says minus 2,300 for new vehicles, but our price stayed the same, so I don't know what happened there. Like, we shouldn't have been charged for anything. So before we leave, let's finish buying our stuff. Because we can buy the crop protection, we can get this lizard sprayer. So we have to have a color. So since we already have to have a color, what color do we want? We want to go with red, match our tractor? I think so. Rim color, we can't do white walls, so we'll do black. Does it cost to design the tank color? It does not. I want to do black. We'll do a nice brown. Narrow tires. Yeah, we want narrow tires so we don't trample our crops when we're fertilizing. There we go. So $6,100. We'll buy that. And we will buy our pallets of fertilizer and herbicide. Yeah, we'll have just enough money. We have $800 left to our name. that should be everything for replanting. We still do need lime, but I can't afford the lime spreader, which is $2,000. And I'll see you guys back at the farm. We have a nice collection of stuff growing. Next episode, we will for sure be preparing this field, replanting, and probably starting our new field over here along the side of the spinnery. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and have a good night. Goodbye.